Welcome back to Insight Global, your trusted source for clear, in-depth analysis of the stories shaping our world. Before we begin, make sure to hit that subscribe button, tap the notification bell, and give this video a like, so you never miss our global deep dives. The breaking development. Last week, the United States announced the deployment of 3 warships and nearly 4,500 troops, including over 2,200 Marines, to waters just off Venezuela's coast. This dramatic move immediately stirred unease in Caracas, with many fearing it could be a prelude to something much bigger, a full-scale invasion, an idea former President Donald Trump has openly flirted with in the past. By Friday, Venezuela's President Nicolas Maduro responded defiantly, urging ordinary citizens to enlist in militias and sending thousands of troops to reinforce the Colombia-Venezuela border. In today's video, we're taking a closer look at Trump's long-standing interest in Venezuela, the geopolitical stakes driving these tensions, and whether this deployment could escalate into something much larger. Music transition: Trump's history with Venezuela. Trump's fixation with Venezuela goes back to 2017, the first year of his presidency, when the country was spiraling into chaos. At the time, Venezuela was gripped by an economic meltdown, street protests were erupting across the nation, and President Maduro was consolidating power by dismantling opposition efforts and rewriting the constitution, moves that effectively cemented his rule indefinitely. According to CNN, in August of that year, Trump floated the idea of a full-scale invasion in a closed-door meeting. His national security advisor, H.R. McMaster, strongly advised against it, warning it would backfire and alienate America's allies in the region. But the very next day, Trump went public, stating he wasn't ruling out a military option, and throughout his first term, the White House repeatedly insisted that all options were on the table, the maximum pressure campaign. While the invasion never materialized, Trump launched what his administration called a maximum pressure strategy, imposing crippling economic sanctions, refusing to recognize Maduro as the legitimate president, and offering a $15 million reward for information leading to Maduro's arrest. Yet the strategy didn't topple Maduro. By 2020, Trump's rhetoric escalated. Speaking to Fox News, he said, "If we ever did anything with Venezuela, I wouldn't send a small little group. No, it would be called an army." Reports later surfaced that key advisors, including then-Senator Marco Rubio, now serving as Secretary of State, had privately pushed for invasion scenarios. And in his memoir, former National Security Advisor John Bolton claimed Trump once remarked that invading Venezuela would be cool, suggesting the country was, in his words, really part of the United States. Post-presidency rhetoric. Even after leaving office, Trump kept Venezuela in his sights. By 2023, he was boasting, "When I left, Venezuela was about to collapse. We would have taken it over. We would have kept all that oil." This is no small claim, considering Venezuela holds the largest proven oil reserves in the world. But years of political turmoil, U.S. sanctions, and the technical challenge of refining its heavy crude have crippled production. The new escalation this year, tensions have skyrocketed once again. January. Maduro sparked outrage in Washington when he suggested, with Brazil's backing, that Venezuela should liberate Puerto Rico, a U.S. territory. Early summer. Relations appeared to thaw slightly with a large-scale prisoner swap and a deal allowing Chevron to resume limited operations in Venezuela. August. The U.S. raised its bounty on Maduro to $50 million and labeled the Cartel of the Suns, a powerful Venezuelan crime syndicate, a terrorist organization. Maduro hit back in a fiery speech, even daring Trump to come and arrest him. Then came the warships, and the deployment of thousands of U.S. troops near Venezuelan waters. Caracas responded by mobilizing 15,000 troops to the Colombian border and opening direct talks with Colombia's defense ministry. Could an invasion actually happen? The short answer? Almost certainly not. Here's why. Troop numbers. 4,500 troops sound significant, but military experts estimate that at least 100,000 troops would be required to carry out a meaningful invasion of a country with 30 million people. Historical precedent. The 1983 invasion of Grenada, population approximately 100,000, used 7,000 troops. The 1989 invasion of Panama, population approximately 2 million, required 30,000 troops, many already stationed nearby. Even limited airstrikes are unlikely, given the high risks and uncertain rewards. Instead, analysts see this as saber-rattling. A show of force meant to project power for Trump while giving Maduro an opportunity to rally domestic support by portraying himself as standing up to U.S. imperialism. Media narratives and biased coverage of these events has been extensive. 183 outlets worldwide have reported on the U.S. deployment. 36 right-leaning outlets hailed it as a bold, decisive move. 24 left-leaning outlets criticized it as dangerous brinkmanship. This split underscores why tools like our sponsor, Ground News, are so valuable. Ground News lets you compare coverage across the political spectrum, helping you see how the same story is told in dramatically different ways. With features like the blind spot feed, you can spot which stories each side of the political divide is ignoring, giving you a clearer, more complete picture of what's really going on. Check the link in the description or scan the QR code to claim 40% off their unlimited access plan, available exclusively through Insight Global. Closing. This situation is still evolving, and at Insight Global, we'll continue to bring you clear, fact-driven updates as events unfold. If you found this breakdown valuable, hit that subscribe button, like this video, and share it with others. And don't forget to turn on notifications so you never miss our deep dives into global affairs. Stay informed. Stay aware. This is Insight Global, where headlines become insight.